Alright, welcome to Monster Market's official channel here, where we're going to be doing, we're going to be showing you some of the games that kind of just happen in shop here, whether it be our weekly tamer parties or our weekly local tournaments, just at the request of a bunch of players. We're going to be recording some of these, putting them up. We're not going to be doing play-by-play, explaining every single move here, just some general commentary. On the right, we've got Pedro Alves, a player who's done well in some international online tournaments, so he's got a lot of experience here. He's behind the yellow hybrid deck. This one kind of with a bit of a Seraphimon as the boss monster, the Seraphimon from BT1. On the left, we've got Fabio, who's recently been getting more into the game. Less experience under his belt. He's been into the game for a while, I believe, but just recently started doing some more serious deck building, I guess. Kind of an unfortunate matchup for him to run into Pedro in this tournament, but he holds his own, and we get to see some interesting deck interaction here. So what we see is he's got a little bit of tamer setup here, though I don't really think he's running any of the hybrids. These tamers are here for their effects, such as the Mimi. When someone plays an option, you suspend it to get a memory, whether it be your option or the opponent's option. I think we're going to see him using it a lot with his own options here, because this is going to be one of those draw discard shenanigan decks, whereas the hybrid is something a little more typical. The yellow hybrid deck is gonna play like you expect it to. We already see two tamers down there. We see the Pokemon, so we know what that means. That means that these hybrids are going to come down for next to nothing, essentially. A lot of economy in the memory. In the future, hopefully, we're going to have some other local players on here discussing this with me. I don't think I'm necessarily the best to provide the commentary, but I'm what we've got for now. So, I do love the game, but I don't play it super competitively. It is probably my favorite game, the game I've got the most complete collection of, but it's for I love the characters, I love the game itself. I'm the kind of guy who brings some road decks, so I'm really into what Fabio's doing on this side here, where he's playing we see some of the Ogremons, the Eismons. We're going to see some interesting options come out too, some stuff that, when he played it, I didn't even remember what it did, because it just never sees play, or at least I never see it played, so. But as I said, I'm not playing in every tournament, so. Yeah, here we go with that. Ogremon, great effect. Discard a card to get the security attack +1. He went and discarded the Underworld Call, so you get that beautiful benefit of drawing a card as well. He's got another inheritable to draw another. Just a great little combo there. That Ogremon, if it can survive the first one, hitting for 2 is just fantastic for level 4. And he drops another Eismon. Eismon, of course, is still not restricted at this point. Some great powerful card interactions going on there that will eventually be limited. And there goes the Salamon, which I believe doesn't proc because he's not low on security yet. He's going in for all the swings here. And then hybrid swing for game. Yeah, a quick closeout here from the yellow hybrid deck. Unfortunately, Fabio didn't really get a chance to get up and running with this deck here, so hopefully we'll get to see more of it in the second game. You can see on the right side there, Pedro's playing, I assume that's his mat. Pedro used to play a bunch of Pokemon competitively, had some good results when he was still quite young. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume this is actually his mat that he earned. A little bit of a flex. On the left, of course, we've got our local store mat made by player Bruno Ferraz. I can't remember his Instagram off the top of my head, but I'm sure I can always pop that in the comments if you guys are interested in checking out his work. It's really great stuff. He does some great original stuff, but also some great fan art pieces that, as you can see, look great on playmats. We got that Gazimon down on the left. Hopefully that's going to help Fabio out here shut down some of the Pokemon shenanigans and kind of slow down those hybrids. All of these memory blockers have become just absolute staples in this format. However, I gotta say though, on the right, those Karis, the Karis combined with the TK Kari, just can lead to a lot of memory for this deck. You know, you swing in, you take out one security and, you know, 2 or 3 Karis, and that's just gonna pass the turn. Can get a bit frustrating playing against it, especially because it's recovering so much, and then you try and just take out any bit of security and that turn's going to pass. And I think that's what's got these yellow decks with the splash of purple. That's why they are so powerful in this format, is you are just really trying to dig through a wall and getting shut down as soon as you touch that wall. It can be incredibly frustrating to play against, but you know, it is effective. We can see Fabio has decided to go wide now. Probably trying a different strategy from the first game. Really just try and do it all in one go. Which, maybe it's my inexperience talking here, but to me it seems like the best strategy against this. You don't want to be just picking at that wall bit by bit, because as soon as he gets down to a certain point, he'll get even more benefits from being below 3, like that Seraphimon recovery is one example. That being said, if the security stays nice and high, he does get the benefit of the Seraphimon hitting for more security. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, really. These yellow-purple decks are actually really well built, the more I think about it. Oh, a third Kari. That's that situation I was talking about, just incredibly frustrating. You, anytime you hit that security, you're going to lose the turn. It's going to pass over to your opponent. Yeah, and you see as soon as his security went below a certain point, he swings with the Seraphimon, because he can then recover with the Seraphimon. But Fabio didn't have much of a choice. He had to start swinging at some point. And it looks like that point was now. The Gazimon is surviving though. I don't know if Pedro has a Pokemon in hand or not, but I imagine if he does, that Gazimon's probably influencing his decision as to whether or not he's going to play it. That's probably why we're not seeing it on the table. Just more tamers, as if we've gotten up to 4 Karis, a TK and Kari, and a Zoe. So he's yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting there. Schwartz, Lerber, some German speaker is gonna ream me out for this one, but yeah, that option seeing a lot of play now in the hybrid format, because it just absolutely is brutal when you get a board set up like this, essentially taking out 6 Digimon in one go for a reasonable cost. Just a complete board wipe there. Fabio's strategy of going wide kind of backfired on him, I think. This option though, very good. Very good right after a board wipe, for example. When you've got nothing on the board, you play this, that first sentence is separate, so you don't even have to actually sacrifice anything to pull 2 Digimon from your discard. Lovely little effect there, a little loophole that I didn't realize first time I read the card. Hybrids doing what hybrids do. A lot of recovery went all the way into the Seraphimon. And it looks like Fabio's trying to go wide again here. Yeah, definitely. 3 Candlemons out on the table. and a Goblinmon. So we get the Seraphimon for 2. Gets a free Mimi out of it, but there goes one of the Gazimon. And what was that? That was the TK. So picking a yellow card, put in hand, and recovery. Just a very wide board here. So now he's got the memory fixing. He's got, I don't think, I can't quite see Fabio's, but I believe Pedro's got equal or more security. We're going to find out right now. There's an option we don't see too often. I forget exactly what it's called, but it lets you play a level 4 lower from the discard, and then extra benefits if you've got a Myotismon, which he doesn't have here. I'm not sure if he's playing in the deck or if this is just, him making do with what he's got. All right, so he swings in with the Seraphimon, and I believe what we're seeing here is the Demonic Disaster. The option card that when it comes out of security lets you play level 3 from the trash without paying the cost, but you don't get any on plays. Pedro basically responds by showing him the Swarce, saying he's playing out his next turn. He's gonna wipe 6 off that board anyway. So whatever is about to get played is about to get wiped out. So don't bother with digging it out of the trash. Fabio's got to come back after yet another board wipe here. That Schwartz also another reason why these yellow-purple hybrid decks doing so well, as if we needed more reasons. We see the Underworld Call for the Ogremon, but this time I don't believe he's using it for that discard for extra security effect. Yeah, we get the Ginkako instead. I believe that's the name of that one. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, go off in the comments. Alright, well that's going to close out this one. Let us know in the comments what you want to see, because we're doing this for you guys. We want to know how you want to see it. We're going to keep bringing you, the local meta decks, the rogue decks, whatever's going on. We want to bring whatever's interesting. So just let us know what you want to see. And yeah, that's it for today. So until next time.